The best way to take care of a burnout is to nip it in the butt before it even starts. So, in this video, we're going to talk about the best ways to avoid a burnout before you even have to worry about a burnout. So, let's get to it. How's it going, everybody? Josh here with Dedicated Health, and today we're going to go over one of the most common things that happen in the fitness industry. It's burnout. And in this video, we're going to talk about how to avoid it before it even happens. In a future video, I'm going to walk you through how to take care of it if you're already there. But it's very important to remember, whenever it comes to burnouts, you want to make sure you nip it in the butt really quickly. Because trust me, once you go through a true burnout, it is so hard to recover from it. But to avoid it, we need to know what it is. Now, everyone's going to have those days where you just don't feel like going to the gym. You don't feel like working out, you're kind of tired, and that is different. That's just sort of a lack of motivation. That happens to all of us, nothing to be ashamed of, but that's very common. A burnout is that through a long period of time, with a little bit of additional negative side effects. Now, a true burnout is going to affect you in two ways, both mentally and physically. Mentally, you're going to get to the point where you just dread anything that involves your fitness journey. That could be meal prep, that could be working out, that could be even just stepping foot in the gym. And physically, you're not going to be able to perform as well. Your weight's going down, you're not going to be able to lift as much, you're not going to be able to see any kind of progress. You're physically just out of it, and there's nothing you can do to make up for it. That is a true burnout. And it's something that is very real and something that we really want to avoid. Now, true burnouts typically cause from one of three reasons. You're either training too much, not resting enough, or you're not changing things up enough. More often than not, it's one of those three things or all three of them. So it's important in the beginning stages of working out, we lay out a good structure to make sure we don't run into those problems. To make sure we're doing that, we need to lay down a strong foundation. Now, here's some tips that are going to make sure that you do that straight from the get-go. First of all, is not going from 0 to 100. You want to make sure you're taking it nice and slow. There's actually a video right here or right here, I can never remember where it's at, that's going to walk you through how to set up a workout plan when you're first starting. Everyone thinks whenever you're ready to reach your fitness goals, that means you have to go from 0 to 100, you need to be working out 5 days a week, you need to be going as hard as possible, and the reality of the matter is it's just not that way. You can make tons of progress with just 2 days a week. It's very important that you start off according to your goals and your fitness level. If you're just starting out, try 2 days a week and build from there. That video is going to definitely help you walk through how to do it. It's very important that you keep those things in mind and you have your actual goal in mind. Because if you're not training to be a professional bodybuilder, there's no reason to train like one. And if you're not training for a huge marathon, why would you run a marathon's distance? It just doesn't make sense and your body's not going to like it. And you're going to get burned out physically and mentally very quickly. So definitely give that video a watch to make sure you're training properly according to where you are at and your goals. Next up is making sure you're getting proper rest. Rest days are kind of controversial. A lot of people feel like that if you take a rest day, you're just being lazy. And that's just not the case. Rest days are vital. And I'm actually going to have a video covering rest days a little bit more in the future too. If it's already up, you'll see it up here somewhere. If it's not, then just know that taking a rest day is not being lazy. It's so important. Your body needs to recover. And if you don't give it time to recover, it physically will burn out very rapidly. You can only put so much stress on your body before it just gives up and it doesn't want to perform anymore. It's surprisingly common to overtrain, especially in the beginning when you have all that motivation and you're so gun-ho to get started. So make sure that you have at least 1 or 2 rest days programmed into your schedule, regardless of where you're at in your fitness journey. I don't care if you're an elite level athlete. Those elite level workouts are going to take a toll. So you need to take a break or else your body is going to force you to, and you're not going to be happy about it. Next thing is to make sure you're constantly switching things up. So fitness is fitness at the end of the day. And unless you're training for a specific goal, like I said before, like a bodybuilding show or something along those lines, it's perfectly okay to change up your workout. In fact, you should. If you're not changing things up, you're going to get bored and you're going to actually stop seeing results. You need to constantly provide different kinds of stimulus to your body for it to adapt and grow and become stronger and better. For example, yes, strength training is great, and you can change that up quite frequently. I recommend changing up your workout program every 6 weeks or depending on your results. Make sure you're keeping track of what you're lifting. If you get to the point where you can't lift anymore, then it's time to change up the whole routine anyway. But you can actually change it even more than that. Change up the entire workout structure. Try taking an exercise class, or go rock climbing, or even hiking. Anything that will get you moving and will actually use your muscles is going to be good for your muscles. So make sure you're taking that into consideration and you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. Yes, the gym is great. Yes, you need strength training. And at the end of the day, that's going to be the most bang for your buck. But every now and then, you need to swap it up and you need something exciting and fun again. This goes for food too. One of the most common things I heard as a trainer is, I'm so sick of meal prep, or meal prep is so hard and I'm so sick of eating the same things. That happens very frequently. So you need to make sure that you're changing up your foods regularly. Yes, you might have your staples in your diet, and you might need to use those quite often, but try having 4 or 5 different staples that you really enjoy and swap them out and rotate through them. It also doesn't hurt to make sure that you're finding new and exciting recipes to try out so that you're not always eating the same thing and getting burnt out. Nothing about fitness says that you have to eat this food and only this food. In fact, a variety of food is going to be even better for you. So make sure you're switching that out as well. Something else, and something I recommend getting early on, is having a good support group. Whether that's a workout buddy or a social network or something where you and a group of people can keep you moving and give you new, fresh ideas. It is so easy to run out of ideas whenever you're doing it by yourself. That's why it's important to have a good network of people, and that's what you really want. I highly recommend joining our Facebook community group because that's a really good supportive network. And other than that, there's tons of other things on Facebook. Or, of course, you can always find someone at work who really wants to get into fitness and help them along the way as well. Now, these are all great tips to avoid some burnout. So if you haven't experienced one yet, you're lucky, and make sure you do your best to never experience one because they are rough to get through. And I hope this helped you out. If it did, leave a like below and leave a comment letting me know what you thought, or if you have any other fitness questions. I love answering those for you guys. If you really enjoyed this, feel free to hit the subscribe button and the bell. We post a video every Sunday at noon to help you keep up to date with all the important fitness info you need. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video, and until next time, stay dedicated.